Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to record another of my ex-blogs from my website that was. And it's called Waking Up with the COLLYWOBBLES. I love that word. A former client described her rousing from sleep to face the day as waking up with the COLLYWOBBLES. You may describe it as waking up with a feeling of anxiety, with you feeling much more inclined to burrow back down under the duvet rather than have to face the day. As there doesn't seem to be any specific medical term for this morning anxiety, for me, the word COLLYWOBBLES has stuck. For many, the feelings are just there, niggling away at your stirring self, little nuggets of negativity waiting to be dredged out from the stream of your emerging consciousness and studied. However, you are instead able to give the nuggets only minimal attention, possibly following some self-talk, assuring yourself that you can and must get up and get on with your day. So you're able to throw back the covers and do that very thing. Places to go, people to see, life to be lived. And following a shower and breakfast, you're ready to put your best foot forward. Okay, there may still be some lingering reluctance, but it's nothing that you can't cope with. Maybe you have your coping strategies, a run before breakfast to get those happy hormones stirred, that extra cup of tea or coffee, what seems like a luxury these days, sitting down to a family breakfast. Music in the car maybe gives you a lift. Whatever, you are able to leave that morning anxiety behind you. Then there is that feeling whereby the COLLYWOBBLES may greet you as you open your eyes by really making their presence felt. They seem determined not to be ignored. The cause may be known to you, an important presentation to be given, a medical appointment, an important first time of doing something. However, this feeling isn't always caused by a single happening. Rather, it's become your default setting for your transition from sleep to wakefulness. And for some, it could be part of a generalized anxiety disorder. The COLLYWOBBLES may present as a churning in your tummy. It may be a dryness in your mouth, or a headache, or a feeling that that hamster is already up and running full tilt, round and round in its wheel in your mind. It may present as a heaviness or a tightness in your chest, a tightness which can often lead to increased worry around its cause. One client thought that he may be at the beginning of a heart attack, with the worry increasing the feeling and leading him to contact his doctor. A checkup led to his diagnosis of anxiety rather than heart problems. So why the COLLYWOBBLES? Well, more and more people seemingly are affected by stress and anxiety. And a part of this could be that morning anxiety. Knowing that you're not alone with these feelings is little help when you're battling against the urge to get back under the duvet, make an excuse for ducking out of what you feel is causing the feeling, or even to call into work sick. But why does it come zooming in first thing in the morning? Okay, it may have already led to struggling to get off to sleep and been the cause of a restless night, but it's first thing in the morning that it often seems to be at its worst. You feel restless, on edge, wound up, Still tired, struggling to concentrate, finding it hard to control the worry and concern. Apparently, the stress hormone, cortisol, is released in response to fear or stress, and it's been found that cortisol is highest in the first hour of waking for people with an increased level of stress in their lives. So this helps explain why you may experience that increase in anxiety in the morning. If you go to bed worrying or wake up during the night with anxious thoughts, you're likely to feel anxious and concerned about your day in the morning. I guess that through the rest of the day there are also more things happening which may distract you from the morning anxiety. Things to be done, places to go, and you have to focus on those. A poor night's sleep won't help either, especially if one that has seemingly been filled with bad dreams or nightmares. Memories of these can linger with questions often arising around whether they were actual happenings or not. We really can begin to question ourselves. This feeling is often prolonged or increased by a breakfast high in sugar and caffeine. Having said that, if breakfast is skipped, blood sugar levels can dip, and this too can lead to an increase in anxiety levels. So choose your breakfast wisely. A healthy breakfast helps support a healthy day, emotionally, mentally, and physically. But there are strategies that you can help yourself with. Maybe set your alarm clock a little bit earlier and try some yoga or Pilates or simple stretches. These are great ways to prepare your body for the day ahead, as well as releasing endorphins to help you fight off that anxiety. Add in a positive self-message or two, such as, I can get up and get on with my day. These feelings will pass. And it's good to prime yourself at night too with similar messages, as you do with children. If they might be anxious about something, you don't just drop them into the something, you prepare them mentally for it. So, something that I use, such as, I'll sleep well and wake refreshed. I will wake with a positive attitude. I will be happy to get up and get on with my day. Here you're setting the intention that these will happen, rather than waiting for them to happen and then coping with them. Remember to avoid any negative language, such as, I won't be affected by anxiety when I wake. This leaves our poor old subconscious mind to lose some of the words, notably the I won't, and act to reinforce the negativity you're trying to eliminate. I always remember being told at life-saving classes many, many moons ago, never to say don't panic, rather always to say stay calm. The word panic would be the one focused on. So better to go for a mental persuasion of calmness. Maybe check out your diet, not just your breakfast. And this can include cutting out alcohol, caffeine, sugar and processed foods, especially the ultra-processed ones. Avoid an early morning dip into social media, as you will, with little assistance, either feel a rant coming or convince yourself that everyone else has life so much easier and better than you do. If the COLLYWOBBLES were lurking, they could easily spring into playing a leading role. Relaxation techniques will help you to deal with the anxiety. Meditation, guided relaxation, or simple, gentle, soothing background music. And acknowledge a concern. This is a good mindfulness technique where you acknowledge a concern, a collywobble in this case, then set it aside. Maybe even get into the shower and wash it away. I have been known to sing as in the, oh goodness me, South Pacific, for those of you old enough to remember the film, where there's a lady washing her hair, singing, "I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair." And I sing, "I'm going to wash that fear right out of my hair. I'm going to wash that worry right," anything, whatever suits. So the same with deep breathing. That is a good way to help lower anxiety, but not something that you leave till the last minute. Practice it beforehand so that when you need it, you know what you're doing. But don't let your mind trap itself into the catastrophizing slope. Easily done when you're just waking up. That molehill, as I said about the mindfulness, acknowledge it, set it aside rather than adding grist to the mill. By focusing on it or trying to push it right out, you'll end up with a mountain rather than the molehill. So prepare for things if you can. And don't let the collywobbles grow into huge, great concerns and worries. Keep them as collywobbles, and you can do it. They don't have to be accepted as part of your day. Yes, it can be a horrible beginning to the day, but use the strategies, and if necessary, seek professional support. They can be sorted. So thank you for joining me, for joining Mishka as well. He's been curled up, behaving very nicely on my lap whilst I've been reading. So cheerio for now. Take care. Bye.